Hi everybody, this is James. Of course, you know I had bronchitis. It was pretty bad. I still have about 101-degree fever, and it's pretty rough. I can tell you. I've never been knocked out like this, but I'm here, and we're gonna actually go into a lot of help today for you guys. And we did a lot of planning. I've been, even though a little under weather, but Ken and us, all three of us, been working hard to bring this presentation to you. We're gonna talk about traffic. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. Ken, can you mention some of the stuff that we're going to be teaching today?
Sure. Well, we're going to be covering in this week, if you've kept an eye on the training for this week, it's going to be basically making money through forum traffic and basically how to get free traffic with forums. And there's a ton of free traffic out there because there are so many different types of forums all over the internet. Now, the majority of that training, as we've been doing, is going to be posted on Wednesday with our videos as well as also our action steps that you'll need to take after each one of the modules. And I have to tell you, though, if you go through this, you're going to really come up with some ideas outside of YouTube, outside of Facebook, where you can go ahead and tap into some niches that you're already very interested in, such as the make money online niche or the weight loss niche. And we're going to teach you, a few things. First off, we're going to teach you how to choose your niches. So if you still haven't chosen a niche, we're going to go over that. We're going to be going over how to find the right forums for you. We're going to be going over how to create your forum accounts the right way so that way you get noticed, how to build your foundation in the forum. And a big thing is positioning yourself as an authority within the forum, so that way people are going to want to pay attention to the posts that you make within the forum, as well as also, basically how to deliver value to the forum, so that way the admins don't kick you out and think that you're some type of a scammer or something like that. But as I mentioned, a lot of this is going to be in the Wednesday training, so that way you're going to have all of your modules to go over. But that's basically a coming attraction of what we're going to be offering. What we wanted to do with this particular Google Live Hangout is answer a lot of questions that everybody might be having with regards to anything that we've taught so far. And this way we can catch folks up, and we don't want you to be stuck whereas though you feel like you can't move forward. We want you to keep up with the group and be able to keep moving forward and having success with
exactly. I just want to mention real quick, guys, right under that thread where we announced the Google Hangout, please ask all your questions right there under that thread. That way we all can see them and get to them, and that will make it a lot easier. Also, some of you guys just got into the Mastermind group recently. That's okay. Go at your own pace. We're just giving out homework so that anybody that catches up or right there, you can keep going. So, but even if you're 2 weeks behind, that's fine, right, Ken?
You start at your own level, and that's why I say that, for instance, for today, we're not saying, hey, because last week's session was about Facebook rather, that we're only going to take questions related to Facebook. We're willing to take questions related to anything that we've taught so far, whether it be the first week's the CPA, the second week the YouTube training, or the third week the Facebook training. So anything that you want to ask questions about, feel free, because we're all learning as a group and we're all here to help each other. So as James said, pace yourself, and also wherever you start, it's fine, because that's you're as long as you're doing the actual action steps, not just watching the videos and sitting passively. As long as you're actually taking action, you're doing the right thing. And I don't care if you're in week 1, week 2, week 3, or week 4, as we are in now. You're in a good spot again. But the main thing is actually just do something and then have questions for us, so that way we can help you. Because if you just remain stumped in your own mind, we can't possibly help you because we don't know what you need.
That's exactly it. Now, guys, real important is that what we're teaching here inside this, which we actually made it 7 weeks now instead of 6, is how to promote any affiliate product. Now, it could be, for example, an offline. For example, you're promoting for a plumber, or sending traffic to them, or you're sending traffic to a CPA offer, a ClickBank product, a JVZoo product. I don't care if it's even an MLM. I don't care what it is, but that's the focus on what you're going to learn. You're going to be masters of actually promoting traffic and getting payouts on a regular basis for anything that you want to promote. Am I right, Rico?
Yes, it's all about, it's just like building a house, It doesn't matter about the size of it or if it has 1 floor or 2 floors, or if it has to be with an angle on and so on. It's all about mastering the fundamental stuff and adapt it to your niche and make it your own.
Yeah. So I know that a lot of people. I know a lot of people are saying, you know what should we promote? You know what? I promote usually the highest ticket items. Okay, and that's what I usually do. If I can find something that I can get a lot of money, let's say, if I can put the same effort in promoting something and get paid a 60 cents payout, where I can get paid maybe $100 payout, where do you think I'm going to put most of my time and effort? So we're going to actually teach you a lot. And keep in mind that Rico is right now finding tons of great information. And I'm telling you, the information that we're going to actually teach you on this affiliate promoting, we just had a discussion. That's why we were a little bit late now, folks, because of the huge ideas of what we just came across, where that you make $1,000 just promoting on CP. I don't want to say anymore, really, because I know I'm not supposed to say much or anything, because sometimes my mouth keeps going. But keep in mind, guys, get ready to learn a lot or anything, because I'm telling you, what we're learning is going to take your incomes to another level. I'm so excited and everything. And yes, I still have bronchitis, but you know what keeps me going is the group and how much love I have for every one of you guys. So, you know what? Just get ready, take lots of notes. Rico, can we just start and get right into what we actually teach everybody?
Yes. What we're going through today from my part is how you can get free traffic. And it's not from Facebook. It's actually from an external site. And just as Ken said that you'll be teaching how to get traffic from forums and from other places on the internet. The only very important note I would like to make on this point is that only post and get traffic from high-ranked sites. So do not go out and buy. You know, there's a lot of software out there where you can get a wiki post bomber something that posts to 1,500 sites, and that sounds amazing. But if those sites are banned from Google because all those posts that people submit will be contained as spam, then it doesn't make sense, because it will not help you generate traffic to your site. And also, then people say, yeah, but then I get backlinks. Yeah, you get backlinks, but you get backlinks from, and sorry my language, crappy sites. You know, it's worthless unless you would like to stay in that category that my site it contains bad content. So only get traffic from legal and high-ranked sites, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you now. And you will love when you see this. So let me just go here and share my screen. Are you able to see my screen right now?
It's coming up.
Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
I see it. I'm going to click right in the middle. There you go.
Thanks, James. This site, answers.yahoo.com, that's the best site you can use to get ranked from. And it's no discussion. Yeah, YouTube is good, but your problem is that you're not getting indexed the same way on a YouTube video where you link from YouTube to your web page compared to Yahoo. And the magic that happens behind is that when you do a post here on Yahoo, what happens is that the Yahoo search engine is picking up your post, and the Yahoo search engine is actually packaging your post in a search engine optimized way. So it will actually serve it directly for Google. So because Yahoo is interested in getting visitors. So if your post is can help getting a click, then Yahoo would like to serve it for Google in the best way that's possible. So Yahoo will actually pick up your post, and it will actually go and say, here you are, Google. This is the best looking SEO article for weight loss, car insurance, whatever. And that means that Yahoo have actually optimized your post and and can bring in visitors that way around. So let me show how it works. Let me say I would like to go for weight loss. I go into the search field and I type in weight loss and I click search. As you can see, I'm getting some posts which is 7 years ago, 5 years ago, and so on. Those are useless. Do not go in and comment in posts which are more than 1, maybe 2 months old, and not more than that. I would say stick to maximum 1 month. So what we click on is the newest post, and the way that I go and handle this, for example, we have a post here that has been placed 20 minutes ago, and it says, has anyone used a Skinny Diva meal replacement plan? And if we click on that one, we can actually see that this is a question. It does not contain any links to any offer or anything. This is a user who's actually looking for an answer. So if you are into a weight loss category, and if you have a landing page where you have built a before and a after picture maybe, and it's not looking too, how should I say it, too aggressive to get a sale, what I would do is that I would actually make a generic article that I can copy paste into this. So I would actually just go and reply to this, and I'm not signed in right now. You of course have to have a user on Yahoo, but then you just sign in and then you click reply, and then I'll say, hey Rebecca, because that's her name. We can see that right here. I would say, hey Rebecca, just for information, you know, I have been trying this product and it helped me a lot, and also I have several members in my family or friends who have used the product, and all of them have lost a lot of pounds, or maybe some of them were slim before, but they just needed to get rid of the little stomach or whatever. Simply make a trustworthy article, and then I will post, like, if you're interested in to know more, I would really suggest you to go to this URL. And then the most important thing is that do not use the whole, how should I say it, your real domain name. You should go to a link shortener like Google's own, or Bitly, or whatever there are out there, and shorten your link and paste it in. And now the trick comes, because that post alone will help you get a backlink to a website, and it will also help people getting clicking your link, because you are already replied to a subject where your product are able to help. But what you do is that when you create your user on Yahoo, on Yahoo Answer, you go and set up your signature. So I will go and say my signature should be best regards Rico, and then I will make a line break, and I would say, check out, if I was into the weight loss, I would say check out my personal page, which is a blog where I have entered a few tips about weight loss, or this article here inspired me through the whole process I went through my weight loss. And then you could post, it could be an article on a weight loss tip site where you have used Profit Pirate to either present the offer or your landing page, because the way that the signature get indexed and the way that the article get indexed is two different ways. So, but the most bad thing you can do is using the same domain name in both sections. And what I mean with both sections is in the article part and in the signature part. That will actually give you a -1 instead of a +1 at Google. So always use two different URLs in the article part and in your signature part. And you simply just repeat this step over and over and over again. If you just go and do, let's say, 3 replies per day, and you stick to the same niche, you stick to the same URL, you stick to your same product, you will actually see Google improvements within maximum 72 hours. You will actually see that your site is getting backlinks, and Google and Yahoo is actually telling people that, well, this site is good, and you will move up. And I would also give a good advice. If you can see that this goal here is actually mentioning products like Raspberry Ketone and so on, I would never ever recommend any product by name in my post, in my replies. And the reason for that is that, let's say you go with, let's say, Raspberry Ketone this week, and you actually find out that, whoa, this does not convert very well because the way I market it or the way that I would like to communicate with people, it does not give me the conversions that I like. Then you can actually go and switch product the week after. But trust me, people will check you out what post you have done. So if you're promoting one offer one week and another offer the other week, and you mention them by name, then they will not trust you. And also, a golden nugget is that when you have a user, you can actually go and write directly to Rebecca and say, hey, Rebecca, I just saw your post. And, you know, it all depends on how you would like to get in dialogue with people. This way you can get into a direct dialogue. That means it will be a little bit of more work for you, but you will actually be able to follow her and make sure you get the click that you like, compared to doing a reply. And there we hope that we get the click. But I always recommend you to do a reply anyways, because the reply helps you to get ranked and it helps you to drive traffic to your link as well.
Yeah, and also your answer gets ranked up higher too, as more people start putting their answers in as well.
Exactly.
And of course, as everybody knows, Yahoo is a huge authoritative site. So as like Rico said, that's what we're going to go over on our Wednesday training with regards to when we get into the nitty-gritty about forums, is you don't want to be just putting your stuff in any forum, because especially if you're looking for any type of SEO, sometimes you have to actually disavow yourself from links, and you know, we have to tell you Google, hey, I don't want this link, and so you have to actually go in there and ask for the link to be removed. So that's why we're going to show you the right websites. Now that's if SEO is of importance to you. If you're just looking for down and dirty money through Profit Pirate, post wherever you want, you know. But if you're trying to build backlinks for your SEO website, you know, trying to get search engine optimization, you have to be more careful and more picky.
Exactly. And you can use this for any niche you like. You can use it for auto insurance, computer games, weight loss, internet marketing, any kind. But the same rules. Do not mention, let's say you're doing network marketing, do not mention which network you're a part of. Do not mention which auto insurance you're promoting. Simply just talk in generic terms and just get the click. It's all about the click. And also posting on those sites will, first of all, it will help you getting backlinks and it will help you get the click. But actually posting on those sites as an answer, it will actually, the value in replying to a post compared to, let's say that Ken have a website and say, hey Rico, would you like to do some SEO for me so I can get better rank? You know, spending 1 hour posting replies combined to putting 1 hour of SEO work to your website, then this is worth 5 hours compared to work 1 hour on your website.
Mm-hmm. Rico's really right about this. I've been doing this method for about a few years. What's kind of cool about it is that they actually give you points, and the more points that you get up there, the more ranking you will actually get and more backlinks you will get. Like, for example, especially if you're like rated as like the #1 response, you even get more points for that. So this is something that, but as far as I gather, you can do so many a day, but you keep on doing it, they actually allow you to do more a day, and the backlinks that you get are so powerful that they can get almost any website ranked really fast on Google. Am I right, Rico?
Yes, totally right. It's all about finding the right way, because you will not, if you're going in and doing 100 posts per day, because now you really would like to get ranked, then, you know, people are able to see how many questions and how many answers you put in. And if it looks like that you came from nowhere and within 1 day did 100 posts, they will think that, you know, is this a bot or what is going on?
Yeah, and another thing though is you don't want to just be answering people's questions, but you also want to be what's called a thread starter. So with that, what you want to do is, you know, ask a question and say, hey, you know what, I've been checking out this XYZ product. Here's the link. do you think this is any good? Can anybody tell me about this? What do you think? And that's a great way to get a lot of eyeballs on whatever you're putting the link in. But another thing too is that you don't want to make all of your posts using the Profit Pirate link, because if you start doing that, then Yahoo or whoever is running the forum is going to be onto you, and they're going to say, hey, this person is not really legit. All they're doing is they're coming in here and they're posting these, because obviously what's going to happen is you could get a manual review from somebody who is manning the forum, who's one of the admins, and they'll kick you out of there if they find that you're just there to try to make money, posting URLs.
I actually have some examples I would like to show you, but before I go to that, answers.yahoo.com is one of the places you have to go, and this has to be a part of your daily assignment if you're promoting CPA and really would like to take advantage of this. The other place you have to go is groups.google.com, and it's the same procedure, same rules, same advices, same everything. If I go to groupsgoogle.com and I type in weight loss, I just have an example post I would like to show you that I've found earlier that I would like to use an example. Here you can see that this is actually one who's telling his story or her story, and she's actually asking for some advice, and then Willie says, I cannot help you. And then there's another one, and please look at the way that he's doing, is that he's actually coming, and we're actually a little bit back to the way we told to treat your list, about 80-90% educating, and then a little bit promoting. So he's educating the first part, and there he has a link to his offer, right there. So this is the perfect example on how you should do it. And
yeah.
on the replay, you simply just pause the video and you can read all the text here. So again, it's the same stuff, same way to treat it, same kind of replies you put in, but now you are actually on Google. So Google loves to rank their own stuff, and that means that if you're in here, you will also get ranked. And an important note, if you already haven't done it, what you have to do is that you have to go to Google, and you have to write submit my page or site to Google. And then you can actually go in here and say, I'm a website owner, and I would like to add my URL to Google, and then I sign in with my Gmail account or Google account. It doesn't have to be a Gmail, it just needs to be attached to Google, and then you can actually submit your URL for your website. That means that Google's crawler or robot will come to your website 3 to 10 times per day and say what happened here and what is the content and what category is this. That combined with Yahoo and that combined with groups posting from groupsgoogle.com will help you rank the whole way and getting you a lot of attention. And also think like this. When you're doing a post, like you can, if you look at this guy here, he says fat loss is unique. So he will actually get ranked on fat loss and unique. So if I go and type in unique fat loss method or customized fat loss, he will actually come up in the search results. So think about how you structure your text. That's all. It's simple as that. And if you stick to the end, I have some more announcement and some more methods to show off that is even more powerful. But this alone, if you have 1 to 1.5 hours per day and you really would like to bank a lot of money on CPA, this is what you have to do and focus on. And of course, making sure, and that was why we pitched it so hard, that your landing page is good, that is working with your autoresponder, and you know exactly how to communicate with your list. Because if people saw a reply like this from you, and then they receive an email because they are on your list, like, hey, go buy this product now, or you will not, lose weight. Where you are, you're not using the 90% educating and 10% sales rule, but you're more doing 90% sales and 1% educating. they will simply just go and click unsubscribe, and then your work have been wasted. So that was my gold nuggets from here.
Guys, what Rico just shared with you is really dynamite stuff. I thought I was like one of the few people who actually knew about this. I've been doing this for a few years. But the reason you want to do what Rico is saying is because you're adding up credits or points. And that's what actually Yahoo Answers likes, and that's what Google is actually doing, is that you're adding up points, and actually you'll get actually more eyeballs to your answers and your questions. And don't be surprised of how many hits you will get to your affiliate link, because so many people are actually searching this out. I think one time I put something up there like this. I think it was about 3 years back, and it was a CPA offer. It was a free iPhone offer, and you know what? To this day, I'm getting 1 to 2 hits a day on that CPA offer. And you know what? Even if I'm making $5 a day, or even $5 every 3 days, think about it. All that work has been done 3 years ago, and think about all the money that I've made since I put that little paragraph there and put the URL of how to get a free iPhone 5. So that's real powerful. What's nice also is the work has already been done for you, and then you can just sit it and forget it and just collect money, and you don't even know where the money's coming from, right, Ken?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you know, the thing about what Rico showed is these Yahoo Answers as well as Google Groups, as I was mentioning earlier, they're such highly authoritative sites, and obviously Google is going to favor its own stuff, and it does obviously find Yahoo's things to be of value too, because let's face it, Yahoo a lot of times is like the number 3 or number 4 most popular website in the world at any given time. So the thing about it is, I know myself, when I'm typing in certain questions on Google, because you know obviously we're in a lot of different businesses, not just internet marketing, so I'm constantly researching things I need to know about. I'm being served up with Yahoo Answers by Google quite often, and I find it to be of quite a value too. It's quite handy. So my point is the fact that Yahoo, or rather Google, is serving up Yahoo Answers to me. It just shows you right there that Google really does favor Yahoo Answers and thinks it's quite relevant to what information I've typed into the search bar. So take advantage of that, and those aren't really your traditional forums. What we're going to be showing you on Wednesday are more traditional forums, but using these groups is so easy to do. And again, is if you become, as Rico said, a thread starter, okay, not just a person that asks or answers questions all the time, and as Rico said, 90% training or education, 10% selling. It's kind of like the same thing as when e-zine articles, doing article marketing was so popular a couple years back. You couldn't submit an article to e-zine without having, with several links throughout the whole entire article. You could only be allowed to put maybe one link at the end of the article, which e-zine wanted mostly good, valuable information. So it's the same thing with this. If you think of it in the same way, if you start doing it this way, you're going to look more authoritative without being like a slick Rick, where you're trying to sell something to somebody all the time.
Exactly, Ken. And just to wrap it up from my side, there is 2 more things I would like to add to this. First of all, like Ken said, start a thread. But if you look back at our last hangout last Monday, where we went through the Facebook stuff, remember I told you that if you're going into groups like, let's say, the internet marketing groups, instead of spamming in there as 99.9% of the others are doing, go and ask questions like, who can provide me with the best offer to get in contact with people? It's all about getting in contact. So actually what you could do is that you could go and write that I have lost a lot of weight, and write a little weight loss history, but I need the last help to get rid of the last pounds and so on. Please write me a message on this email address, or post your Facebook link so they can go and connect with you on Facebook. I would really like to get in touch with you one-to-one and hear about your experience, because then you have the opportunity to promote to them that way too. And again, remember that when you have them on your list, you hopefully will have them for life, unless you treat them very bad. That was the one part. The other part is that, as we have mentioned a lot of times before, go and spy on your prospects. So go to, let's say you're promoting the Raspberry Ketone, go to groupsgoogle.com or go to answersyahoo.com and go and search for your product. so you can actually see what are you up against, how do they reply, do they start threads? If yes, what do they post? When they reply, how is the reply? Where can you step in and make a difference?
Yeah, that's a big thing because earlier this week, or rather this weekend, I had provided a link for a company that's called Box of Ads, and it's similar to what Rico's stating, where you could spy on your competitors, and we use this on a regular basis. And what you could do is you could actually see what your competitors promote and the types of ads that they use and the type of language and wording that they use in their ads, and that's meant so that way you can take that and put it into your own ads. And it also tells you how often the ad is run. So if you know that somebody's running an ad quite a few times, well, then that also tells you that that's a successful ad for that person too. So there's many different ways that you can spy on your competitors. Another website, of course, that I recommend if you're not already privy to it is called spyfoo.com, and that's a really fantastic one. That one tells you a lot about what your competitors are doing, and again, it tells you exactly what ads that they run, for instance, in AdWords and such, and from there you can actually see what things are paying off for them, because it's going to show you how often the ad was run. So in the same way that you might be, for instance, posting into forums free stuff, there's no reason that the same stuff that these people are using for ads won't work in a forum. And that, so that, because you got to find out what's converting.
Exactly. And also, let me just wrap up that there come in a question in the Facebook group from Candy saying that once we send out the 150 free traffic, I think she's speaking about the leads, and she says no response. Do we try again? I just put in a reply that if you send out in the weekend, first of all, people are not checking their mail regularly in the weekend, and if they do, it will be mostly on the phone, and they think, oh, I'll get back to this. But since it's marked as read, many of them will forget, and that's why, as we teached you earlier, we only mail our list from Monday to Friday and not in the weekends. So the answer for that will be, yeah, try shoot again, but write a different email, and maybe even use another email address with another name, so they don't think it's spam.
Yeah, different subject line. And as Rico said, weekends is really we never email a list on the weekend. We don't even bother unless it's somebody who's got a really great product that they've just released and we want to let everybody know about it. But you know what is it's really just a numbers game. I mean, it's like the old saying, don't count your chickens before they're hatched. I mean, count your chickens' eggs rather before they're hatched. I mean, if you count a dozen eggs and you expect a dozen chickens to hatch out of there, you're going to be up for a surprise, because not all of them are going to actually hatch into a chicken. But it's the same thing with this. It's really just a numbers game. You just got to keep at it and improve your skill at it. That's really what it is. And email takes a certain finesse to get good at it, but once you do get the hang of it, you'll start to see your conversion rates really improve, your open rates, as well as people taking action on what you've sent them.
Correct.
Weekends are really your slowest time in internet business, guys. That's why we take our weekends off, because if you're going to take 2 days off or a couple of days off, why not take them in the worst days that the internet business is there? And that's real important. And then, like Ken says about the emails, the best thing we can tell you is get on everybody's email list, then put the emails into a swipe or in a folder. That way you can always look back and see what emails do work or which ones you want to take a little bit from, right, Ken?
Yeah, and not only that, but as we had recommended last week, or I think it was last week or the week before, but remember to get on the Fat Loss Factors email list. I mean, I got to tell you, is that when I first started out, that has helped me immensely. As soon as I got on that, and I actually really got it and understood how he emails regularly every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I mean, it's really helped me step up my game, because it made me realize, especially a friend of mine had told me, that this person here doesn't even care about how much money he actually makes by selling the fat loss product, the Fat Loss Factor product on ClickBank. He just wants the list, and with the list, that's really where the money is that he's really being made. I mean, he's making an enormous of money by getting people on all of these different fat loss products, and then he's getting residual monthly income from the people buying the fat loss products over and over again. Because Fat Loss Factor, for instance, that's just education on how to lose weight. Where he makes his big money is getting you on products that are, for instance, supplemental type products where you have to buy them month after month after month. That's where he makes his big money at. So as you know, he told a friend of mine he doesn't even really care about how much he makes off the ClickBank product, even though it is one of the #1 products on all of ClickBanks, and obviously there's a huge fortune there that he's bringing in.
Yeah, and also just to state that the leads that we're provided is actually working quite good and converting quite good. Because we have, I think, 12 or 14 members who already got sales from the list, and I took my 150 leads from that list as well, and I have got more than 20 sales so far. So it is converting. It's all a question about how you're doing and so on. And if you email before the weekend, you know, I would say it this way: if you haven't provided them some content that they found valuable, you might have got the click. I don't know if you have some tracking on the links and so on, but if you don't have any tracking on the links, you don't have any opportunity to see if they have clicked. And also, you always need to provide them with valuable content that will make them opt in and so on. That's why I suggested doing this free video series with you know, a video for each day, and then the 4th step with "I need your help." That's the best way and the best route to go at.
Yeah, guys, also, you got to remember one thing is that keep on testing things. Don't, if something's not working, then just change it up. Don't just be doing the same thing that doesn't work over and over. There's a reason it wasn't working, is because you have to change it a little bit to make them actually take action. I don't care if it's a title, or maybe you're not saying click here for more information. Sometimes the call to action is not there. So take your time and actually test out really what really works. Like Ken said, the fat loss factor is a multi-million-dollar business. It's a multi-million-dollar email business. So you want to get on his email list and see what is he emailing out, because obviously if he's making multi-millions of dollars every year, he's doing something right.
Yes. I was going to mention, I guess one person was asking about SpyFu. So it's spyfu.com. So you know, I guess it's to take off like on I don't know, Fu Manchu or something. It's spyfu.com. Okay. And did you say something, James?
No. And then also if you guys have questions, this is the time to ask your questions. And then when we're not doing Google Hangouts, that is the time to try to catch up, try to figure out what's working and what's not working. But when you get here, you know what? You guys got our full 100% attention. Try not to ask as many questions later on, because this is your perfect opportunity to do this or anything. So if you have questions, hit us up right now, because you got all 3 of us our undivided attention. So Ken, is there any more questions in there? I just want to check or anything, so we try to get to everybody's questions.
Not a whole lot. Let me see here.
No.
I had one person was asking about the fat loss factor, and they were saying that they hadn't got any of the emails. I get them every single day, sometimes twice a day. So if you know anybody that wants to receive these emails, I'll be glad to put you on my own little list and forward them to you as I receive them. But I just have them going right into my a file on my computer. And like for instance, the subject line for one of the most recent ones was breakthrough non-diet diet. I mean, that's a fantastic subject line. Everybody wants a non-diet diet, you know, so you can imagine how many click-throughs that's going to get. And that's the thing I love about Fat Loss Factor, especially if you're in the weight loss niche, is by getting these, you have to open these. They're too compelling. You know, like another subject line here is burning body fat, not carbs, and then it says use this biohack, you know, or another subject line is this is secretly making you fat. I mean, I have to open that. I got to see what is secretly making me fat, and that's the thing I love about his stuff. He's so creative with his subject lines, and that's your biggest thing. Obviously, your subject line has to be super compelling. It's just like if you were going to write a sales letter, you want to start off with your headline is the #1 thing, because everything starts from the top and works down. So if I can get you to read the headline, well, what's the headline for? It's not to make you buy something. It's to get you to read the next part below the headline. And then what's the next part below the headline for? Well, that's to get you to read the next part below that. And that's the way, if you think of the way marketing is done, I'm not trying to get you to go from point A all the way all of a sudden to purchase something. I'm trying to get you just to, like the old saying, small steps lead to larger ones. I'm just getting you to keep moving down the line until you finally see that sales button where you want to hit buy, or the same thing with your email, where the subject line gets you to open the email, and then each line within your email gets me to want to take action on that link that you finally put in.
Exactly, and also in addition to that, I would like to share that I was on a call today with 10 people who earned 7 figures on affiliate marketing per year, and one of them was a lady who's into the weight loss niche, and she told me that the way she started was that, you know, everyone who's offering free gifts on the internet for weight loss, they are giving away an ebook like, you know, this is how you have to eat, or this is how you have to exercise, and so on. What she did is that there was a company providing free samples of weight loss products. So she actually offered her list free product, and she was promoting that you could actually get a free physical products in your hand, not a virtual internet product, but a free products in your hand. And for each person who signed up from her landing page, she went into the vendor site and she typed in manually what, you know, the name of the client and the address and everything, and make sure that they got the package. And then 2 weeks after, she emailed them and say, hey, I hope you have enjoyed, and please let me know what you think about it, and so on. So she actually got more than 2,000 subscribers within a month, who's all of them were looking for a weight loss product. She actually delivered a free test of a weight loss product, and she actually, from those 2,000, she got more than 1,000 sales. And before that, she had been struggling for many years. She haven't made a dime on the internet, and with this free method, she was actually able to go from 0, maybe 2 sales in 1 month if it was good, to reach more than 1,000 sales on ClickBank with a ClickBank weight loss product. And that might be something for inspiration if you can find something additional to that, because people are different, and, you know, it's all about making a difference in your marketing on the internet. So I just would like to share that with you.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, the whole thing is that we're belong to a lot of groups, especially, you know, some stuff that might be MOM, but see, the reason that we do belong to these groups, because some of these guys, they think outside the box, not like the normal affiliate marketer. They're very aggressive, and there's things that actually that are taught in these groups that are never taught in the regular JV Zoo arena. And I'm going to tell you, what they're coming out with will just knock your socks off, really. I mean, it's just, they think outside the box, and they're very aggressive. Am I right, Rico?
Yeah, they're so aggressive. And I have picked up several techniques today that I have even ever thought of that could work in the internet business, and I'm going to test it out. It's so inspiring be surrounded with those kind of people and picking up their brains on stuff and so on. And the great thing about it is that we are 10 people, all earning 7 figures per year, and we are in each niche. So there is not 2 people in the same niche, and that means that we can actually go and say, hey, how do you use your list, for example, to promote products, and does it work for you? For example, Marie, who's in the group, she sells more than 10,000 products per week. And, you know, when I asked her for a list, she just looked at me and said, my list? What are you talking about? I don't use my list. What I do is this. And that method, I have tested it before, but never worked for me, but it's working for her, you know. So maybe what I'm thinking about, combining all the strength from each member. I'm actually doing a SWOT analysis, you know, strength, weakness, and so on, putting it all together. And then I will try to put a strategy from that.
That's exactly it. Because I know some of you guys, you might like the IC, and some of you might. But keep in mind that it's nothing really. If anybody wants to, you know, get into it, or great, it doesn't. But what we're doing is that we're bringing what we have learning from these big time guys who are making a lot of money, even if you don't want to be part of it, into the group here, so that you guys can learn their secret techniques that they're actually making this crazy amount of money. Because I'll tell you, when you actually see what what other people are doing in different affiliate programs, you're like, I never even thought about that. I mean, you can do that, or you're actually making that kind of money, or you can drive that amount of traffic. I mean, it's like Rico was just on a call. If you don't mind me mentioning, Rico, oh, I guess you already did, with about seven-figure producing income things, and they're just sharing things with you that we want to share to the group today and next week. That just blew us away, right, Rico?
Correct. And a girl like Marie, I really respect her. She had been hired by, I don't know if you have that company in the United States, but it's called Nupo, N-U-P-O. They are huge here in Europe. They are world leading, and she had been hired by their marketing department to teach their marketing managers. And just to give you an idea about the size of the company, just about marketing managers, they are more than 700 marketing managers. And then you have all the salespeople and all the other stuff, country managers and so on. She had been hired by them to come and educate on how they should market on the internet, because she's so good at it for the weight loss niche.
Well, she knows how to drive traffic to anything you want, and that's who we're becoming affiliated with. Is a lot of these big time traffic producing people, and there's a reason that they're making maybe 1,000 or 2,000 a day on CPA, because they think outside the box, and thinking outside the box is where that. I've never heard of these methods before. But when you belong to certain groups that are outside what we're doing, now you're getting a chance to actually expand your knowledge and be able to expand your incomes. And that's what we're actually, we're going to do our best to bring to the group, so that we can actually help you become more rounded. You can drive traffic to anything you want. The whole nature of this business is that you can make any amount of money you want as long as you can drive enough traffic to that right offer. Right, Rico?
Yes, and I actually asked her if I was going to take advice with me to you guys, what that should be. And she said, well, actually this advice is some of the things I still hold on to, and it's the same advice I give all my clients, even if it's a two people company, or if there are thousands employees in the company, is that remember one thing: product converts to money, that converts to investment in more products. So if you can find a free physical product for weight loss and for that kind of stuff, that would absolutely be the best route to go.
So, guys, do you have any questions? I mean, we're waiting for some questions because, I mean...
Well, I know a couple of people are asking about the FB Group AutoPost software, and that'll be released towards the end of this month, and we just want to make sure that we have everything completely ready to go. I know we've told about it quite a bit of times. Now, we're going to be having some people from this group as beta testers on it, simply because this way, if they're in a tight-knit group such as this versus just people that we chose mamby-pamby on our own, then we want to be able to get great results, and we want you to also share what the results that you've gotten with the rest of the group, and that's what I mean. Let's go ahead. I'm sorry.
And also, Ken, we have modified a little bit, so the people who have attended this mastermind group will have a much more easy way to use it, because they will simply just take an input what they have learned directly into the Facebook poster and choose where to market to, and then it will fit all together.
Yeah, and we're also having just a person who actually works for Pixar Animation, who makes all the movies for Toy Story and things like that. They're actually going to be what's called skinning the site, and they're going to be basically adding a lot of our graphics for us and things such as that, because we want to put out only quality products, so we want it to be not only very effective, but also visually appealing as well.
Exactly, and also for each change we make, we have to get it approved by Facebook. So that's why it's taking a little bit of time.
But it'll be worth it once it's done.
So anyway, I guess if there's no more questions, I guess we might as well, wrap it up. I guess Rico was going to mention something. A couple of things about what I think. So if you guys are done hearing anything, but we're just going to mention something real quick about IC or anything to help some people out, because they actually had a question on it, where that if they did Well, Rico, did you want to wrap? So anybody wants to hear more about it can hear right now. We're just going to take about 2 minutes to answer a couple questions on IC, and then we'll be done. And then Rico, when do you want to do the next hangout?
Actually, sorry.
I was going to mention real quick, just keep in mind, though, this Wednesday we're going to have the video modules posted on doing the forum posting, so it'll be including all of your homework and such, too. So look for that, and we'll, of course, announce in the Facebook group when it's posted, so that way you won't neglect to see it. Hopefully everybody has gotten a chance to go through the last few modules and been keeping up with the action steps. Like I say, don't sweat it if you haven't, but you know, because I at first we were saying, hey, everybody needs to finish everything before the following week, but then we got a lot of pushback, and a lot of people said, oh my gosh, I can't finish all this. So that's why I said I have to put myself in your shoes, and I have to totally get it and understand that, hey, you know, we're some of us work full-time jobs, day jobs outside of internet marketing, so we have to respect that, and that's why we're saying, hey, take your time with it.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Rico.
No problem, no problem. What we are doing for the IC group is that if you are at the $300 level or above, we will actually launch a Traffic Academy. And the Traffic Academy will contain hangouts on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, not Saturday, sorry. And those hangouts, what they will be about is not just talking and doing PowerPoint presentations, but I will actually share my screen, and I will show you which CPA offer I'm going with and why I'm choosing it. I will set up the offer together with a landing page, and I don't have prepared anything. I'll do it live, and I will tell you directly what I'm thinking and why I'm choosing and why and where I'm clicking on the screen. I will set up my landing page. And then I will start showing you some of the traffic networks that we're using for CPA. So I will go and use some paid traffic. I will make a deposit of $50, and those $50 will be lifted to $400. So from Wednesday to Friday, we will log in on Friday again into my CPA account, and it will minimum show, and that's a guarantee, minimum show $400. And from there, I will take 50% of the $400, create a new CPA offer, and again, I will show you which CPA offer I'm going with, how I do my landing page, which traffic network, how I set it up. You know, nothing will be hidden. My screen will be shared all the time, and I will lift my investment up to $1,000. So on Sunday, what I will do is that I will wrap it all up. I will tell you about, you know, how do I test, how do I scale up, and how do I automate. So when we say money on autopilot, what does that mean, and what can you lift it to? So that's the plan right now, and that's what I'm going to deliver 100%. So I will not go and cover topics like you know, what is the difference between advertising on Google versus Bing and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. I will show you how I make money. Take it or leave it, but that's a guaranteed success.
That sounds phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
I was going to say I don't know where you can get this information anywhere else. I personally couldn't point out this information anywhere else online. So it's definitely fantastic information. You got to take advantage of it as well.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay, you guys already know what Rico said. If I were you, I'd take advantage of it. But you know what? Like Ken said, we always over deliver. You know what? Just give us some time to wrap our head around it and how to you know, take it to the next step. Right, Ken? Exactly.
Yeah. But like I say, you know, we've still got 3 more weeks at least to go, if not 4. I think it's going to be actually 4 because we're going 7 weeks anyway. So, you know, you're going to definitely be walking out of this training with your head full of information, and not only that, but
you'll be experts. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, and we're not
anybody out there that know more about it than you do.
Yeah, and not only that,
who's going to teach? Who says they're going to coach you or something like some crap or whatever?
But even after the training is over, we're not going to fold up the group and just disappear. I mean, we're always going to be here for answering questions and all that. I mean, the group is going to stay alive for, you know, hopefully perpetually while we all share our examples of success and ideas on how to make money. So it's not as though we're going to just pull the plug after 6 or 7 weeks and say, oh, you're done. So, see you later. Bye.
No, we're not like that.
I've been in groups like that. Yeah, you almost get a little bit of withdrawal. You say, what's going on here?
And also, just for information, the Hangouts for Wednesday and Friday and Sunday, they will be 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And I will put out a registration link the same day in the group that the Hangout will be hosted.
And, of course, recorded as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you guys miss it, don't worry about it.
No recordings.
Because no recordings. All right,
sorry.
This is content that I never ever will see released to the public.
Well, I have to agree with you from what you told us about earlier before the call. When we were talking, and I have to say that some of what you're going to be teaching, if it does get recorded, the problem is it could be passed around the internet and it could easily get watered down very quickly. So I can see why you
actually, guys, you really what kind of because what we actually found out, what's really going on, and how much the method that we're going to be teaching, we can't have it recorded. That's the reason, because if it does, this will be just like he said. It's going to be watered down. You want this to be yours.
And also, I will not even call it teaching. I will say looking over the shoulder while a pro is setting up his own personal campaigns step by step. And also, what will happen if you're going to record it is that we have invested in some security software from Google, so we will actually get a notification and we will just stop the show immediately.
Yeah. And trust me, Rico knows how to do all that stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about.
But besides that, it will be a lot of fun. I will show you a lot of dirty tricks in the good way. I will show you how to bank money. I will show you how you can make your first withdrawal within 48 hours and get your investment back. I will show you how to pick the niche. So if I get hit by a bus someday or whatever, and might not be around, then you can continue and replicate this over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, who gives you that kind of information? I mean, you guys didn't even know this extra training was going to be there. So when Ken said we're going to over-deliver, you know what? The same kind of thing that Rico's teaching you costs $5,000 to learn. Am I right, Rico?
That's just for one lesson, and I'm doing free.
Yeah, and don't think we're bullshitting. Trust me, it costs $5,000.
I can send a link to the sales page, and they can sign out.
yeah. Like I said before, there's no bullshit. I'm telling you guys, it costs $5,000. Really, we're not charging you $5,000. We're just giving you extra. We could actually charge at least $1,500 for everybody for the next time to actually teach this. But you know what? We're just giving you extra value, really. And so, like Rico said, I think he said the smart thing is that we can't record it, because if this information gets out there, it's going to be oversaturated, guys. So make sure you're there. Make sure you take notes, really, so that you can actually take your income to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, as said, you need to be at the $300 level at IC. If you're not there yet, please send me a private message and I will help you. And as said as well, you will earn this investment back. All you need is a browser and an email application, or stuff like Gmail, and off you go.
Yeah. So anyway, just like I said, if you want to get on it, just private message Rico. He's a really cool guy and he loves to help people. And you'll find out that sometimes Rico will be on with you for over 2 hours on Skype, just trying to help you out and try to fix a problem. So I'm going to tell you, Rico is probably one of the most honest guys that I have ever met, really.
And committed,
and he's really just a giver. And you guys see, what time is it over there, Rico? Tell us. Come on.
It's close to 12:30 midnight.
Okay,
Wow.
so pretty soon it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning. So you know what? If any of you guys are willing to do what we're doing almost 7 days a week, you know what? Let's I pat them on the back. So anyway, you want to wrap this up, guys, so that Rico can get some sleep and put his children to bed?
I hope they're in bed already.
They are. Yeah, they are in bed. It's actually more my wife. She's asking Rico, when can I expect to just experience just once a month that my husband goes to bed the same time as I do?
Well, I know that you had said something funny the other day, because you were working so hard for the students and trying to get the training ready, and I think you said that your wife walked in and she said that you're like, what the heck happened to you, because your eyes look like they were Chinese from squinting at the computer for so many hours.
Exactly. So, and that's why as well that I really keep my weekends off, and I get a lot of private messages, and I'm happy to help people, but I also would like them to respect that I'm off in the weekend. So
Yes,
it
very
does not.
important. Very important. We're all off on the weekends. We give you 5 days. We give you almost 18, 20 hours of our time. I mean, I'm proof. I got bronchitis from it, so I need my weekends off too, so we don't end up getting sick, and we can bring our
But
100% to you
I have
guys.
to suggest that to everybody, really, because I understand that that you do work a full-time job, but you really have to find at least 1 to 2 days of your weekend to take off and enjoy your family, because if this gets to be a hassle, not only are you going to get tired of it, but your family's going to get tired of feeling like they're being neglected, and then you're going to feel guilty, and you're going to end up quitting, and we don't want that. So try to do this when you get home from work, perhaps, maybe one day out of the weekend, but don't just sit in your computer 7 days a week. You want to unplug from this, go hiking, do something to get back to nature, and you're going to find that you're going to be more creative when you get back to your computer if you can just unplug yourself for like at least a day or two from this.
Ken's definitely right. I'm telling you, because I thought I could go 7 days, and I was going 7 days. I was all day, all night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday through Friday, and I was doing it easily. But sooner or later, I'm telling you, it catches up on you. And what happens, let me tell you also what happens. You don't want to do it anymore. That's the worst thing. When you come to the point where you just burn out, you don't even want to get in front of a computer, now you're not making no money anymore. So just pace yourselves Monday through Friday. Do not contact any of us throughout the weekend. Okay.
Exactly, unless it's really burning, like we have Joseph. He had a sale that he would like help to close, and of course I would jump in at like stuff like that because it will benefit both of us. But writing stuff like, hey, are you there? I can see you're online and so on. I'm using my real Facebook profile where I have my family on and friends and so on as well. So actually, I might be online in the weekend, but that's to chat with my friends and
and his family,
using Facebook as normal people do just for once.
Yeah, but anyway, I know everybody understands, but we just mentioned that, and hopefully you guys understand. That's why we don't, unless it's somebody that, if you're in the IC thing and you need help, maybe
closing sales. Then we are talking because it's money in all of our pockets, and it's a win-win situation.
Especially you guys are making up to $150 commission on the IC thing, so you know what, Rico's there to help you and close it if you have to be anything, because you know what, we're dedicated to everybody. But anyway, you want to end this so Rico could go to bed and hopefully get to his wife early this morning, and then I guess you'll be happy with all you guys if you allow this to happen, right? So you want to end it?
Yeah, I think we're about ready to wrap it up. And like I said, don't forget on Wednesday, everybody, we'll have the training videos on how to do forum marketing, as well as your action steps after each one of the modules, too. So look for that. And we'll probably be doing a hangout on Wednesday at least, or if not, the day or so like after. So
we'll try to do it sometime. We'll try to do it sometime this week or anything.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we mention it to everybody ahead of time. Give you plenty of notice.
I think so. Anyway, all right, let's wrap it up and let's let Rico go to bed. And I haven't eaten dinner yet, even since last night. So we'll see if I can actually get something down into my stomach today. All right, talk later, guys. Bye.